on these small run, bespoke, high quality products, I think there's still a really good future for manufacturing in New Zealand. My name's Richard Shepherd, I'm the CEO of HT Systems. We make a medical hoist, a device that actually moves someone that can't move for themselves between a wheelchair, a bed or a toilet commode, that type of thing. The genesis of this project was the Burwood Hospital actually came to the university and asked the engineering department to help them out because their nurses and orderlies were always getting injured, moving people. And that's actually the case around New Zealand. About 4 caregivers a day are actually getting injured. And so they approached the University of Canterbury Engineering Department. Keith Alexander was one of the professors there. He's the guy that actually developed or invented the spring-free trampoline. He led a whole heap of student projects over about 20 years, and they came up with over 20 prototypes before an investor came along and said, that's a great idea, hired me, and then I hired a team and we started developing that concept into the product that you see behind me. I spent a lot of time overseas. I was actually in banking, and so now I'm trying to redeem my soul by doing something good for people. But also what I wanted to do was to get involved in an organisation where I could start to shape the values and the culture and perhaps not have such a corporate sort of lifestyle and culture as well. The initial funding actually came from a private investment company. We went out and did some crowdfunding at the end of last year, and we got 133 new shareholders that actually put in almost $400,000 into the company, and that's really funded our development this year and development of this new market of Australia. Sales in New Zealand are tough, and that's why we want to look to export. What we've found is in this environment here, particularly in the COVID environment with high shipping costs, it actually pays to locally manufacture anyway. So for New Zealand and perhaps Australia, maybe we manufacture here, and then when we go to other markets, maybe we look at different markets to manufacture. And there's other hybrid approaches where we could actually manufacture parts and then assemble and market as well. So there's a whole lot of things that we can consider, but first things first for us is to make Australia work for us and get our volumes up and become a sustainable company. I think it's important to produce it here because of the attention to detail and the quality that we can provide for this product. Obviously then also giving back to New Zealand. We had funding from Callaghan Innovation, and we'd like to be able to keep the manufacturing in New Zealand for that reason as well. The most proud thing I think is actually when we walk into people's homes and we've been able to solve a huge problem for them. A lady that we work with was going to have to go into care because her husband was actually manually moving her around the house, and he couldn't sustain that. And no, the only option for him was really for her to go into care, and then they'd be separated. So the reality of being able to produce a device that actually keeps them in their home together and allows him to care for her is huge. So the changes that we are able to make in people's lives is what makes me most proud.